DetNote team presented the concept of two main types in the system. First, the value types like integer, booleans, or structures that are located in stack and as small objects, and the reference types, which are usually represented by classes and objects allocated in the heap. To declare a variable of type integer in C#, you can use the system structure or an alias, which is a short for int, and the same is for boolean. The values can be only true or false, while in Java, the capital Boolean is an instance of a class, and it can be true, false, or null. Now let's look at reference types in action. If we assign a new instance of pet1 to a variable pet2, they will both look to the same memory, and if pet1 will change the age, pet2 will have the same age immediately. And of course, pet1 equals pet2. Now let's create a struct where public point is a constructor. It should have the same name as the struct. First, we create a new instance A and then assign to a variable B. And copy on assignment happens, similar to the language C. Now we have two different instances. They are absolutely independent. C#3 introduced several features. One is type inference from the value. We can just write the var keyword and the compiler will figure out the type. Another one is anonymous types, where it is possible to create just a new instance and the compiler will create behind the scene a new class. The dynamic keyword allows to use so-called duck typing. So if it walks like a duck, then it's a duck. It's similar to JavaScript and Python, and actually was introduced for interoperability with such languages. Compiler just ignores all type checks. Starting C#7, it is possible to use tuples. So the types for properties will be figured out automatically, and with standard tuples you can use like item1, item2 properties, or you can also use so-called named tuples. So you can introduce the named properties, for example, price and count, and just use it with your operations. You may say, but we can create anonymous types as well, so what's the difference? The problem with anonymous types is that they are generated internally, so you can't just pass it to a method argument. And with tuples, you can just specify the type that you expect and use it. Reference types instances are checked for equality based on the memory reference. And if you want to change the equality, you need to write equals methods, as well as get hash code to support hashes, and maybe to string method as well. With C#9, you can use the record type by specifying the properties, and internally it will do absolutely the same thing as we just saw before. The equality will be checked based on the properties, and memory references will be distinct. By default, records and their properties are immutable. To modify it, you can use the breeze keyword and create a new instance.